Welcome back to the RubbingsRacing channel, ladies and gentlemen. Broadcasting live from planet Earth and representing the voice of RubbingsRacing, I am your host, Kenbo76. Tonight, Thursday Night Lights, we have an exciting race tonight from Sugo. We have the 2002 BMW hatch stance here. Everybody's got the same car. Setups are allowed tonight. We got a bunch of guys in the lobby here, a couple new guys here. We have, let's see what Aussie Albie's up to. He's been in a lot of lobbies here. He's joined Discord, wasn't able to, said his cell phone broke, so we had to vote him in here tonight. Super excited about racing tonight. Race with him a lot. Currently living in the UK. It's somewhere, I know, I don't have much information on him, but was from Australia, currently living in the UK. Real clean racer, good friends with all of the community here, so good to see him on track right now. Running currently 5th place, a minute and 32 seconds, 9/10 of a second off the lead. Thank you everybody for tuning in, and thank you guys for supporting us here at RubbingsRacing. Let's go see what Old Smokey's up to. Old Smokey, we know about him, 33 years old, from the UK. He said he loves racing and he's involved with other leagues. If you guys remember, all the way back in December, he was the winner of the Dash for Cash event. So pretty exciting stuff, man. Old Smokey doing it tonight here. 7th place right now, currently 5 seconds off the lead. Richie95 currently setting the pace right now. Let's see, I'll take a ride with him as we look down through our list here. Richie95 has been in the league here for quite some time. 54 years old. He said he's from France. I said he started racing with F1 in 2008, and he likes the LMP Toyotas, and his favorite track is the Nürburgring. So good to see Richie on the track tonight. I know somewhere in his text on Discord he said he also likes racing with his son, so hopefully his son's watching tonight. And you never know, maybe his son's racing for him. Maybe he has a sub guy. You never know, might be fooling some of us. So Richie doing a good job right now. Minute 31, running the pace right now. It looks like Bowie takes over the pace. No surprise. Bowie had a great Thursday Night Lights last week. If you guys didn't tune in, check it out on our YouTube channel. Bowie had a really good night. Him and NRP were doing a great job racing. 20 years old from Holland, and you guys know it. He's a flag marshal at all kind of tracks, including Le Mans, Zolder, Spa, Brands Hatch, and Circuit Zandvoort. Works on a racing team, races his own cars, and he says when he's not racing on a real track, he prefers racing side by side with some of these guys here at RubbingsRacing on the virtual track. So good to see him now running out front, setting the pace right now in a minute 30 seconds, ladies and gentlemen. 1:30.993 is the pace to beat. Richie now back to second. Falecki, we've seen him. Falecki's always fast in the high downforce cars, but seems to be proving his worth here in the GTEs. He was really fast last week. They got tangled up. Him and Disco got tangled up. Hoping to get some redemption here tonight and get these guys back out front and give you guys a really good racing here at RubbingsRacing. If you guys are interested in getting involved, www.rubbingsracing.co.uk. That will get you some of the cleanest sim racing on the PlayStation Network for Project Car 2 right now. Riding along right now with Disco McDisco Face, Disco Giraffe. We just call him Disco here. Currently 1 second behind the lead, sitting in 4th right now. 33 years old. Said he's a Scottish driver. He's playing Project Cars for about 2 years. Said his favorite class is the GTE, which we seen last week. He was really good in the GTEs. Unfortunate events happened in front of him, though. And his favorite corner is Aqua Mineral at Imola. So likes his tracks over there in the UK. Today we are at Sugo, so different landscape here. So these guys are going to have a lot of fun driving these BMWs around. Let's go see what Tro's up to. Tro, quiet in Thursday nights there. He's a mid-pack kind of guy. I like watching Tro. Tro's always real quiet. Doesn't say a whole lot. Doesn't get in a lot of trouble, but sometimes he forces his nose in there and lets people know he's around. Tro, he's let's see here, ladies and gentlemen. I got too many T's in the list. Tro, 43 years old. He's a Welsh driver from Swansea. He said he's been playing Project Cars for 2 years, and the Red Bull Ring is his favorite track, and the GTE is his favorite class. So Tro doing a good job tonight. 6th place, current 1.5 seconds off the lead right now. Let's go down through the field here, and let's see what these guys are up to. It's a great picture here. I don't know who's in the background with that busted up hood there, but they're going to have to get that fixed in the intermission here between the races. And what's going to happen tonight, ladies and gentlemen, is we have 2 races. If you're just tuning in, if you're new to Thursday Night Lights, or if you're new to the league tonight in the lobby, this is how it works. It's a 20-minute session. First across the line wins. These guys are gentlemen. They know how to race out here. We're doing a couple of different things tonight as far as track settings go, so we're going to do some experimenting here. So it's going to be absolutely fun. It's going to be a 20-minute session. First one to cross the line wins. No pit stop, no nothing. Visual damage is on, so the damage you see there is not affecting the handling of that car. That's just for visual purposes to know that he must have ran into something there. Kind of makes the game a little more fun, a little more realistic without the damage. Kind of hit and miss. But anyway, ladies and gentlemen, like I was saying, and then our second race is twice the length, but it's going to be in laps. And what a great slide there by CMC. CMC had a great slide around there. Couldn't hold it together, though. It's unfortunate. Let's see what Old Smokey's up to here. Oh, back to the pits. Everybody's going back to the pits. Ubar's got our Flying Dutchman there. But anyway, ladies and gentlemen, our second race will be twice the length. So if this one turns out to be 10 laps, it will be 20 laps the second one. But we have to put it in lap style so that we have a mandatory pit stop. You can't have a mandatory pit stop on a timed race. Why, I don't know, but it is what it is. So the second race will be laps, and there will be twice the length. So tune in. It's going to be absolutely great. The weather is going to be phenomenal. It's going to go from clear to light cloud, back to clear, back to medium cloud. So the track change is going to be a little different. The weather is on 10 times, so the track temperatures will be changing periodically throughout the race tonight here. Right along here with Ubar. We know we've seen Ubar last week. Seen Ubar doing a lot of things in the LMP2 division as well. Also, he's the league coordinator of the LMP2 division. Had a great light last week. He had a great week. 45 years old from Hoogeveen in the Netherlands. The Flying Dutchman is what we called him. Said he raced Gran Turismo 1 and 2, and he started racing again with Project Cars 2, and prefers the LMP2 GTEs and GT3s. And like I mentioned before, Saturday nights he does the LMP2 series, which is highly contested right now. Very, very popular league right now. I wish we could get that broadcasted to you. If you think you can broadcast, ladies and gentlemen, if you think you have what it takes, we are always looking for broadcasters and always looking for staff members here. If you want to join, www.RubbingsRacing.co.uk. Just hit that button that says register as a driver. We'll come in, we'll see you, and let us know what your intentions are. If you're here to race, if you're here, you think you can make a difference in the community, or if you think you can commentate. We're always looking for everything, so all your input's good. We like to get all of our series broadcasted here. Currently, right now, we're doing the Sunday nights, which are the GT3 League, and then we have Tuesday nights, which are touring cars, Class 1 and 2, which is the big boy touring cars is our Division 1, and the Clio Cups are our Division 2. And then Thursday nights, you're watching it live here with me, Kenbo76, and the guys from RubbingsRacing. This is a community race. Random car, random track every different week. Sometimes we throw some funky weather in. Sometimes we get different cars. Different cars, just really to enjoy the game. It's on the same race format as our championships, but it does not require any championship points. It does not dock any championship points. The point system is on and within the race, so you can improve your safety rating within the race. But other than that, no points, no championship. This is all just pure bragging rights here, ladies and gentlemen. So Friday nights, we have the Ginetta GT5 series going on right now, which is really close right now. Got some really close racing this week, I believe. I mentioned it on the stream last week, and I'm not sure where we're at tomorrow night, but I will get that before the end of the stream. And then Saturday nights, of course, our LMP2s hosted by Ugbar. That's a great, fantastic series. And then Sunday morning, we're doing an experimental league, which also, finding out, is a very popular, another highly contested league. So these guys in the FR League Sunday mornings, the Formula Rookie Leagues. They're absolutely having a blast over there. So if you guys want to get involved, like I said, www.RubbingsRacing.co.uk. And you guys can just, like I said, get involved any way you like to. We'd love to have you on board. Thank you guys for tuning in. Thank you for all your comments. Bobby Gray saying, hey, what's up, guys? The console, it says, who are we fancying for the win? Bowie's looking strong, but Bobby's always strong in the race. So having some pretty good comments here. And it looks like my laptop's just either reset or I'm not sure what just happened here. But another thing I want to mention too, ladies and gentlemen, is we have a hot lap challenge going on within our community, hosted by Demobi, one of our mods and marshals here, and it's highly, highly popular. If you guys want to get involved, if you're within the community and don't know about it, you can go to our hot lap challenge there, the hot lap information. This week it is the Audi 90 Quattro IMSA GTO at the Long Beach Street Circuit. Man, we're seeing some serious times come in here, ladies and gentlemen. Right now, we got Demobi in the lead at a 114.7, Matty Cake at a 114.8, and then Thorsten at 115.2. Bowie's in the mix there at a 116.5. So if you guys want to get involved in that, get involved, man. There's some really, really fast guys. They're in there sharing setups and sharing ideas and what makes them go faster. So if you guys want to get involved in that as well, it's going to be absolutely fun to get involved here. Jeff Sharp says Felecki's always fast. He says, but he's got to go with Disco as his dark horse. So Disco, like we said, Disco is looking for a little bit of redemption from last week and last Thursday Night Lights. He was really fast in the GTEs. Everybody who races him knows he's really, really fast in that Porsche. And he had a rocket in the first session. And the second session, then he ended up getting started from the rear like we do. And he ended up getting tangled up in some messes there. And really frustrated, but he knows it's all fun. You know, nothing's at stake here, so good to have him running currently 5th right now. Ladies and gentlemen, that's our running order right now. Bowie currently setting the pace at a 130.7. Richie 95 coming in, our 54-year-old from France, coming in at a 131.35. 5/10 off the lead. Felecki coming in at a 7/10 off the lead. Aussie coming in. Aussie Albie. We're going to call him Albie. I'll probably call him Aussie a couple of times, but I think we're just going to call him Albie. Coming in 4th place right now. Disco coming in 5th. Bobby Dazzler, quiet today. Didn't do much bio on him. Didn't see him out there running. Currently, Bobby Dazzler running 6th place. Tro running 7th. Ubar, Flying Dutchman running 8th. Lecky currently running 9th. Lecky is one of our mods and moderators here. Well, on the board member as well. Does a lot of things behind the scene here. A lot of things working on this website here. Hopefully, we're going to have this up and running at some point for everybody and get everybody pointed in that direction. So just bear with us. We're a young league. We're growing really fast and really strong. And like I said, we need all the staff we can. If you'd like to volunteer, if you would like to help the cause, if you would like to donate, you can also donate at the same website, www.rubbingsracing.co.uk. So watch Lecky come across the line, see if he can improve his time at all, and he does not, ladies and gentlemen. So that is our session. Ladies and gentlemen, we got Bowie taking the pole. Richie 95 comes in. That's the front row. We got Felecki and Aussie lining up on the 2nd row. Disco and Bobby on the 3rd row. Tro and our Flying Dutchman Ubar coming in on the 4th row. Lecky and Old Smoky on the 5th row. You got Tuggy Bear and CMC. CMC coming off a bad lap there. Looks like coming in 12th place. CMC normally pretty fast in these cars. And then you have DJ Phil rounding out the top 13, ladies and gentlemen. So this is going to be the race. Stay tuned, and we're going to get ready to go, and we are going to be racing here. 20-minute session coming up, ladies and gentlemen. "30-second warning here. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Get ready to go green here at Sugo with the Mercedes or the BMW brands, or the Brands hatch. I always call it the Brands hatch. I don't know why I do that. It's the BMW Stanceworks here, the 2002. And this is going to be a good race. If you guys tuned in for the qualifying, you can see Bowie got the pole position and Richie, our Frenchman, in 2nd place right now. This is going to be a really good start. And we are green, ladies and gentlemen. Let's get rid of this interface here, and let's watch these guys come down through turns 1 and 2 here as these guys start through it. And there we go. We got who's out front. Richie now taking the lead out front. Where'd Bowie go? Bowie all the way back to 4th place. Let's go back through the field here and see what's going on. We got, where's Bowie at? Bowie right there in that red car right now in 4th place. You got Felecki, you got Albie, and you got Richie right in front of him. A little bit of contact as they come up through turn 6 or turns 4 here and up through the chicane. This is turn 5. You see him hop the curb area a little bit. They got to be careful on that curb, but you see him coming through here. You see all these guys. A little bit of contact being made. Who got turned off there? Looks like DJ Phil gets through. Looks like Bobby Dazzler got spun around there. Unfortunate for him. Let's go back to the lead here and see what these guys are up to. You can see them coming through here, ladies and gentlemen, as they come out of turn 7 down this long stretch. You got Bowie, Aussie, and you got Richie now. These guys are the top 3. Felecki now back to 4th, and Disco now remaining right where he qualified in 5th place. As you can hear these guys come down to turn 8 here, this hard, tricky, technical corner. These guys are going to have to be careful coming through here. The track temperatures are going to change here right now. 88 degrees Fahrenheit is the temperature outside, and 106 degrees is the track temperature Fahrenheit. So that's going to get cleared, and the clouds are going to come out, then it's going to get clear again, then the clouds are going to be a little heavier, so the track temperatures are going to change. Side-by-side action here as we see Bowie and Albie coming side-by-side out of the final corner here, out of turn 11, up the hill towards the start-finish line. BMW versus BMW. Both of these guys making power, trying to get that toe of Richie out front. Richie, our Frenchman, currently leading the pace right now. Only half a second out in front of these guys as they come across the start-finish line. 18 minutes left in this session, ladies and gentlemen. I got to slow down talking because I can't keep up with the action. Currently, Richie out front, Bowie, Aussie for Lecky. We got Disco, Lecky going by. Lecky calling now, coming into turn 1, coming out of turn 2. In that 17 green and white BMW, gets a little loose coming out of there, and looks like he's got Old Smoky, Ubar, and Tro right behind him, and that's a good battle. Let's go back here and see what these three here are up to. Ooh, this is a great battle here developing, ladies and gentlemen. This is for 9th place. This is the kind of Rubbings Racing, this is the kind of racings you're going to get if you want to join Rubbings Racing. www.rubbingsracing.co.uk if you want to sign up, ladies and gentlemen. We are Thursday Night Lights here at Sugo Sportsland with the BMWs. The vintage BMWs here. You can see 4 of these guys now racing. This is all for 9th place. You got Lecky leading right in the green car. You have Old Smoky in the gray car. You have Ubar in that blue car and Tro in that yellow car right there. All 4 of these guys coming down this long stretch as they come down towards turn 8. Can they get it sorted out? Are they going to try to go side by side through here? No contact. Doesn't look like any contact's made, but Lecky goes way wide. Looks like he locks it up out into the grass. Has to come back on the track and sort it back out now side by side with Tro. It looks like Tro's going to open the door there and let him go by. Like he's got to gather himself back up. Let's go back up to the leader, ladies and gentlemen, see what's going on with the leaders. Got Bowie now taking the lead here at lap 2, ladies and gentlemen. 17 minutes left in this session here. Bowie's taking the lead away from our Frenchman, Richie, right now. Filecki's currently 1 second behind these guys, and these 3 guys have separated themselves from the rest of the field. We're going to keep an eye on this battle as these guys come through turn 1. Out of turn 2, Richie makes a move to the inside. Looks like, oh, they almost made contact there, but great run by Bowie as he comes out of turn 1. Had a great race last week, like we said, at Daytona. Him and NRP were really, really banging doors, so having a great time tonight as well here at Sugo Sportsland in the vintage BMWs. Let's go back here through the field and see what Lecky's up to. Lecky just goes off the track. Keeping an eye on Ubar, still in this battle right now. Old Smoky out in front of him. You got Tro following in behind him, and Ubar making a great move up through that chicane. Looks like he gets a great run. Let's see if he goes and makes a move to the inside. Looks like he's going to try to do it here. Thank you, everybody, for your comments tuning in here. Bobby Gray says Bowie, Filecki, and Disco. That's his prediction for the race here. He says that's going to be the order. Bowie, Filecki, and Disco. So Console says you need to be careful that Richie doesn't just check out. Doesn't look like Richie's checking out right now. Richie's only 1/10 of a second. You can see the leaders here, ladies and gentlemen. Let's go back out to the lead. Looks like Richie now takes over the lead. We're going to keep an eye on this battle right now. You got Richie, Bowie, and Filecki now. All 3 of these guys out front. You see Filecki get a little bit wide here as Richie defends his line coming through the last corner as they start to make power up the hill. Going to try to keep that foot planted to the floor as these guys try to get every ounce of horsepower coming out of there. Right now, Bowie is in a good position, getting as much toe as he can out of these low horsepower cars as they come up over the crest, side by side, ladies and gentlemen. 15 minutes remain in the session. The current temperature right now is 88 degrees Fahrenheit outside, and the track temperature is still at 106 degrees Fahrenheit. So track temperatures are great, air temperature is great. Track conditions and weather conditions are great here. So we're seeing the switching spots again. Once Bowie back out front, tries to defend the line, but Richie already has his nose there. This is great racing here, ladies and gentlemen. Let's get rid of this interface. Just watch these 2 guys race. Richie now to the inside, blocks the move, makes the move, and then Bowie can't get by. Bowie's got to be a little frustrated, but he knows this is all great, fun, clean racing as we see Richie now to the inside, Bowie to the outside, and we see now these guys come out of turn 7 and start down the stretch. Oh, looks like Bowie gets him off just a little bit. Gets him off to the inside. Looks like Richie's got to get out of it here. Let's go back here and see what Filecki's up to. Filecki now about 1 second behind these guys. Probably's got his draft, and you can see Disco all the way in the back there coming into the picture. So we're going to keep an eye on this battle right now. These guys are doing an absolutely great job up here, just rubbing fenders, swapping positions here, ladies and gentlemen. Thursday Night Lights is the series. No championship points. This is all just bragging rights, and these guys have a lot on the line tonight. There's a lot of fast guys in this lobby. We've seen Bowie last night. Bowie had a great run in the GT5s last week, taking both races, and then he had a great race in the Thursday Night Lights series last week as well. I think finished 3rd with a great finish with NRP. So Filecki was also in that battle. He ended up getting towards the back of the pack. And Richie, I can't remember if Richie was in there or not. Too many fast guys in the GTEs to keep track of. But tonight, yes, Richie is in the race. So Bowie currently leading this pace right now. Currently half a second out in front of Richie and only 0.6 of a second now as they come into turn 1. Bowie makes a mistake, goes way wide, opens the door for Richie, and Richie takes the lead. Our Frenchman now out front in that blue and white number 90 BMW stance. Bowie's now all over the back of it as they come up here through turns to turn 4 and up towards turn 5 through the chicane. There's side-by-side action behind him now. Bowie loses another spot. Bowie's got to get it together as we see Felecki now taking the lead. And let's see, this is great action here, ladies and gentlemen. Richie may just now check out. Maybe he heard his comments on the YouTube. Maybe he looked at him himself there, seeing these guys are rooting for him here. Richie now out in front. We got a battle in behind him here as we see these two guys battling behind him. We're going to keep an eye on the time here. Let's go back and see what Albie's up to. Albie currently chasing Ubar. These guys they're pretty close here as they come out of turn 7, start down this back stretch here. You see a lot of these guys now starting to spread out, trying to look at some of the battles here. Let's see what Old Smokey's up to. He's also in a battle. Let's go back to the lead, ladies and gentlemen. This is an absolute great battle. Let's see what Felecki's up to right now. Felecki currently in third, back to second, back to third, back to second. Oh, there's a big contact. Bowie gets wide into the sand. Looks like Felecki's back off the throttle. These guys back side by side, just hard racing as they come out of the last corner. There was no hard on the brakes there, ladies and gentlemen. That was all inertia and momentum as these guys make power back up the hill one more time. 12 minutes remain in this session, a little over halfway to go here. 106 degrees Fahrenheit is the track temperature. 88 degrees Fahrenheit is the outside temperature right now. It looks like Richie is checking out right now, keeping an eye on this battle between Bowie and Felecki right now. These two guys very fast in a lot of different car classes. Felecki very fast in the high downforce cars, the LMP2 cars, and the Formula rookie cars. I believe he's in that league as well. I see some comments on the Discord about it. So testing his luck here tonight with these old square upright cars here. High center of balance on these cars too, so you got to really throw the weight around as we go and ride along here. Let's go on board here with Felecki and see, get a bird's eye view of what he's up to. I can never use this thing with the controller. I'm good with the wheel, but I can't ever use it with the controller. And let's ride on board here with Felecki. Let's get rid of this interface. Taking a ride on board in this 2002 hatch Stanceworks. They come down to the end of turns, or then to turn 8, to the end of this long stretch here. Chasing Bowie. These guys have been on each other the whole entire race. Looks like Felecki may have made a mistake here. Got to get on the brakes here, dive it in towards this apex. Got to be careful on that curb so it doesn't twist you and turn you back into the wall. We've all done it, and anybody watching knows exactly the moment that happens. You can see him here wind it up. Looks like he's going to drop a gear, back down another gear, and looks like he's going to try to keep up with Bowie. Losing some distance here as he can start to make the horsepower. You can hear the engine really working as they come up the hill here at Sugo. Just about halfway done here with this session. This is our first 20-minute session here at our Thursday Night Light series. We're going to take a ride along here with Felecki as we cross the start-finish line. Coming down hard on the brakes here. We're going to go into turn 1. Got to take us all the way to the outside and ride it back to the inside, and then keep looking back to the outside as we come out of turn 2. Coming down here, right along with Felecki, ladies and gentlemen, towards turn 3. This is tricky. If you hit it right, it feels really good. We come up here, another hard braking zone. You got to drop a gear or two, turn it in really hard, and then get set up here for turn 5. They call it turn 5, but it's some kind of weird, goofy chicane, and you can hit them sausage curves, and it can really get you bent out of shape here. This here, turn 6, this is a nice flowy right-hander that you can get a lot of momentum, but you got to be careful with all that momentum, because as you come into turn 7 here, you can carry a lot of speed and get a penalty on the outside of that curb here. And then you just give it everything you got down this long back stretch here, and you can see the battle going on up front here. This is a great view as we watch this battle. Hard on the braking zone right here. Hard on the brakes. You can hear him lock it up just a little bit as he dives it in, down through the gears as he comes through turn 8. And then right here is turn 9, like where we started. Turn 9, back on the curb, back to the outside. Now you're looking back to the inside already, looking where you're going to land out of turn 9 and starting down as out of turn 10, and then the final turn 11 here. If you hit it right, to get it to the inside, just let it carry you all the way to the outside, just like Felecki's doing right here, and you can see him coming up the hill, ladies and gentlemen. And that was your complimentary ride-along, customary of Felecki here at RubbingsRacing. I like to try to do it once a race here, and we know he's doing a really good lap. Watching that battle out of the windshield, though, we're going to go back to trackside here and keep an eye to see what's happening. Let's take a look at what's all the action going on here. Let's take a look back through the field. Looks like everybody's pretty much separated out. We got Felecki here and Bowie. Looks like these two now are Richie and Bowie now. This is the battle right here. Felecki, we've seen him right behind. We just took a ride along with Felecki there. So we're keeping an eye on this battle right here between these three guys. Looks like these three are the only close ones on track right now. We'll keep an eye on some other battles. Looks like we have Bobby Dazzler in the back. We're going to keep an eye on that as well. Troy went into the pit. So keep an eye on these guys. Richie in the blue car, Bowie in the red car and Felecki in that white car, and behind him, that green car is a lap car. He has to be aware that the leaders are coming up upon him, so you're going to have a blue flag here. Do what you can to get out of the way in the safest manner you can. As you see Richie hard on the brakes. Bowie makes a move to the outside. They touch a little bit side by side, trading paint. Had a great move, and you see Felecki in the background just licking his chops. Can't wait for these two to get together one more time. We've seen it happen earlier, and Bowie now makes the move, and what a great move by Felecki. Just powers his way in there by Richie. Richie don't know what's going on right now. His head's got to be spinning. Now, you've seen it 30 seconds ago, ladies and gentlemen. The order was different. Now it's once again it's different again as they go around lap traffic, and it looks like, oh man, looks like Bowie took some front end damage as he hit a hay bale or something there, going up the hill, getting around the lap traffic. Lap traffic doing a great job of getting out of the way. That's unfortunate for Bowie. It does not going to affect the performance of his car, however, because it is visual damage only, but it can play with your mind. It can hinder your view, too, as a driver, ladies and gentlemen. Bowie out front right now. Richie in second and Felecki in third as we're keeping an eye on this battle here. Let's go back trackside, or let's go back to the standings here. We'll go back here and see what Richie's up to. Richie in that blue and white car now taking the outside as they come through turn 4 here, up towards turn 5. Richie gets the advantage. Richie has the advantage right now over Felecki. Felecki looks like he's going to try to make a dive to the inside. Does not want to make it stick. Looks like Felecki now tries to the outside. Can't make it happen. Bowie's doing a good job out front, and looks like Richie's doing a really good job defending that line away from Felecki right now. As the laps are winding down, ladies and gentlemen. This is lap 9. 6 minutes and 45 seconds left in this session. Everything is going as planned. 88 degrees outside is the temperature. 106 degrees in Fahrenheit is the temperature on the track, ladies and gentlemen. You can see them side by side. Once again, these guys just cannot get away from each other. Great side by side action. Much respect between all these guys. Richie didn't get any damage coming up the hill there. Looks like his car is still clean. You see Bowie in the red car has got his hood all crumpled up. Oh no, Richie goes wide. Looks like he was trying to give Felecki room. Looks like it might just have been a mental mistake by Richie, but Richie, don't count him out, ladies and gentlemen. He had been out front all day. These guys were separated like this about 3 or 4 laps ago. These guys were all separated, so maybe that's what they need to try to get themselves together, run some lines, and get back to close racing here. Let's go back through the pack here, and let's see what's happening. 10 people remain. We must have some guys drop out. I'm not really sure what happened here. Keeping an eye on this battle here for the lead. Looks like Felecki now taking the lead once again. I don't know how many lead changes we have had in this race, ladies and gentlemen. I have lost count as Felecki now out front. We got Bowie trying to take over him. Let's take a look here as these guys come up towards turn 4 here. Hard braking corner. This is a very hard braking zone, and try to maintain control under the car while racing side by side has got to be absolutely insane. Takes great concentration, takes great concentration, ladies and gentlemen, to do what these guys are doing on track. If you think you can get involved, if you think you can race with some of these guys here on track, and if you want to get on stream, www.RubbingsRacing.co.uk. We'd love to have you on. This is our launching ground for a lot of new drivers coming into the league who aren't a part of any series. Our series filled up really, really fast this year, and or this season, I'm sorry. And let's see another lead change there from Bowie locked it up. And if you would like to join, you can hit that website. Or if you'd like to donate, you can also donate at www.RubbingsRacing.co.uk if you want to help the cause. If you like what you're seeing on track, and if you think we're trying to do a good thing, ladies and gentlemen, we're always taking donations side by side as these guys come out of turn 10. Still, Bowie just will not let Felecki alone. These guys are just side by side. 4 minutes and 30 seconds as these guys come up the hill here, ladies and gentlemen, towards the start-finish line. Bowie takes it over, and Felecki now in second place, ladies and gentlemen. 4 minutes and 20 seconds remain in this session. 4 minutes and 20 seconds, ladies and gentlemen. And Bowie takes the lead with 4 minutes and 20 seconds left to go. Felecki now second. Richie up to third. Now, Richie was leading this race for quite some time. Got tangled up there. Looks like he went off track and wasn't able to gain that position back yet. Our Frenchman, 54 years old from France there, said he's been doing this for quite some time. Pretty fast in the high downforce cars in the LMP2. So having a great time tonight in these old boxy cars here, these old vintage cars. They look awesome as they come up out of turn 5 here towards turn 6. Excuse me, ladies and gentlemen. But Richie having a great time here tonight. This is the battle right now for the lead. First, second, and third place. These guys have been stuck together since the beginning of this race. We want to thank everybody for tuning in. Thank everybody for all of your comments. Bobby Gray says, great racing. Jeff Sharp says, Disco needs to keep these guys fighting. This guy's not in the picture right now. This guy's about 8 seconds back. Not sure what happened to him. They're going to have to try to get something sorted out for the feature here. We're going to have to try to get a couple more guys in here as well. And the console says, I think we all want these top 3 to keep fighting. Great driving. Yes, sir. Great job, Ken. Thank you, Jeff. Thank you. Couldn't do a great job without great drivers and great racing. These guys are doing absolutely a great job tonight. Tro said he had to retire because his engine was on 89 damage. Sorry to hear that, Tro. Sorry to hear that. Yes, the mechanical damage is on. I wasn't sure why. You must have got to open that radiator up just a little bit there, buddy. Got a little bit. Hopefully next race we can get you back in here and get you back on track. 2 minutes and 35 seconds remain in the session here, ladies and gentlemen, as we see Bowie out front being chased by Felecki, and Richie now falling off the pace right now, currently running about a second behind these guys. So not sure what's going on with Richie's car. Maybe he needs to adjust something on his setup. Track conditions will be identical for the big feature race, so nothing is going to change. These guys can share, swap setups, or whatever they need to do to try to get it sorted out here for the feature. We'll take a couple-minute break in between so we can get things sorted out, and these guys can get a drink. I know I need to hydrate myself after talking here for the last 20 minutes. Lap 12, ladies and gentlemen. Looks like there's probably going to be about 28 or 30 laps here for our feature. Stay tuned. It's going to be a good one. You can come in and come out as you please. If you like what you're seeing, hit that thumbs up button. Hit that little bell button right underneath there that says like and subscribe. And we would absolutely love to have you a part of what we're doing here. You can hit the website that's also on the link right there. That'll take you to our Discord, and we'll see you come in. If you want to be a driver, if you want to be a part of the staff, if you think you got what it takes to be, if you have any kind of tech, or if you have any kind of commentating skills, we would love to have you on board. We have a couple guys in line right now that we're getting ready to test out. So keeping an eye on this battle right now. Bowie currently leading it. Felecki in second right now. Looks like Felecki's falling off the pace a little bit. Hopefully he's not getting any kind of damage here. Let's go to the speedometer and see if we can find out any kind of information on his car. We don't see any kind of information there. It looks like all we can see is the speedometer. He's got enough fuel to finish the race here. So Bowie currently leading, half second back to Felecki and Richie currently right now. Probably about a second behind them guys. Not sure what happened to Richie. Richie is out of the picture. Not sure. It looks like he's slowing down a little bit. May have some damage on the engine. We're not sure. We've seen Tro had to retire because of engine damage. Maybe these guys forgot to untape their engine. Lesson learned. Sometimes fate is cruel, but they will rebound for the race too, and I think everybody will rebound and have a great race. Keeping an eye on this lap here, ladies and gentlemen. 35 seconds remain in the session. Pretty sure this is going to be the end of the race. Going to go right along here, or not right along. Keep an eye on Bowie and Felecki right now. These two guys have been the class of the field here at Sugo's. They're hard on the brakes, hard on the brakes. You see Bowie coming into the turn. Felecki trying to make up anything he can on Bowie. Looks like Bowie's got it under control in that red and yellow Nomo 29 BMW 2002 Stance. It's vintage BMW. They look pretty cool when they're not all busted up, but even when they're busted up, they look pretty cool. As these guys come out of the final corner, out of turn 11 to start up the hill, you can hear Bowie feathering the throttle, trying to keep that thing all the power he can down to the ground. And it looks like Bowie's going to take the sprint race here, ladies and gentlemen. Third place last week in the feature, and it looks like this is going to be the race for the night. And ladies and gentlemen, that is it. Bowie comes across the line first. Cool down lap is on, guys. Looks like Felecki comes in second. Richie, not sure what happened to him, coming in third. Got Disco, not running very well tonight. Looks like his car is busted up a little bit. Coming in fourth place. Albie coming up the hill right now, coming in fifth place. Not sure what happened to him. He's normally pretty good here. Pretty quiet tonight. We'll see what happens in the feature here. Got twice the lap, so it's going to be 28 laps, ladies and gentlemen. 28 or 29 because we have a warm-up lap. See Ubar coming up the hill here. Haven't heard much from Ubar tonight. Normally he's in the mix of things here, but maybe he's got to make some adjustments to his car. Bobby Dazzler, seen him spin early in the laps. Thought he was going to rebound. Kind of just hung in the back of the pack there, coming in seventh. Got Old Smokey now. Where's Old Smokey coming at here? Old Smokey now coming in eighth. Tuggy Bear coming in ninth, and DJ Phil back to the pit. So that is the race, ladies and gentlemen. We got these guys coming across the line here as they finish up their lap times. Second race is going to be 28 laps, so you guys can tune in, check on the status of the race, do what you got to do, but we appreciate all your comments. We appreciate your likes and appreciate your thumbs up here, ladies and gentlemen. Jeff Sharp says, great race. Great job, Bowie. Bobby Gray almost got it right, man. Console says, good drive, Bowie. Smurfy says, good luck, Ubar. A little late to the party, but is wishing him luck for the big race here tonight. Ubar's got a fan. Always got his faithfuls out there following him. Smurfy, wishing Ubar some good luck tonight. So thank you guys for all your comments. Thank you guys for tuning in. Thursday Night Lights at Sugo. These guys are going to be finishing it up here under this cool down lap. I sure see Tuggy going into the grass there. These are, like I said, ladies and gentlemen, it's no championship points. It's all just bragging rights. These guys just having fun on a Thursday night here. So stay tuned, and we will be back here. I'm going to get the order, and then we're going to get things underway here in about 10 or 15 minutes, or probably about 5 or 10 minutes, ladies and gentlemen. Stay tuned. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. We are getting ready to go back to racing here. We're going to do our warm-up lap, our formation lap here. I keep forgetting what it's called here, so I'm going to call these guys out here as we get started here. Tuggy Bear, can you please go to the front? And Old Smokey, please come in behind him. Bobby Dazzler, please go up to 3rd place. Ubar, up to 4th place, please. Albie, up to 5th place. Disco, up to 6th place. Richie, up to 7th place. Falecki to 8th. And Bowie to 9th place, please. DJ Phil, you're going to come in at 10th place. And then we're going to get this sorted out here. 10th place after that, we have Tro coming in at 11th place. And then we have Dark Ninja coming in behind him. We have Jag coming in behind Dark Ninja. And I think that's all we have. I think we have one more. You can come up from behind there. So last guy's just sorted out there. Because I don't have you guys on the stream. I don't have you on that picture, and I forgot to write it down. I apologize. As we warm up here, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back. Thank you for tuning in. Once again, www.rubbingsracing.co.uk will get you guys joined up some of this sim racing here. We are back at Sugo Sportsland with the BMW, the classic vintage BMWs here on the Rubbings Racing channel. Thank you guys for tuning in. This is going to be a 29 lap or 28 lap feature here as these guys are lining up, getting ready to come down. They're coming down this long stretch here, getting the tires warmed up. It's going to be an absolutely great feature. We got Bowie, and we have Falecki, and we have Richie starting mid-pack, and I'm going to explain this. Normally they would start from the tail end of the pack, but because guys dropped out, didn't finish the race, these guys were on the longest line of the live lap race. So these guys did finish the race. So these guys are starting last technically from the guys who finished the race, but they do have guys behind them as well. So these guys, this is going to be great fun to watch as you see Richie in the blue car, you see Falecki in that brown and gray car there, and you see Bowie in the red and white car. Great angle as these guys start to come up the hill here. Let's go to our leader and see what he's up to. Tuggy now going to come up to the top of the hill. And at any time, once everybody gets over, side by side, guys, get up side by side. Side by side, get lined up here. Riding along with Tuggy right now. Tuggy right now coming up over the hill. Looks like everybody successfully is getting ready to get up over the top of the hill. And once we go here and see where Jag's at, Jag's up over the hill. Tuggy can go at any time he wants to right now. Tuggy puts the pedal to the metal as they come to the start-finish line, and we are green, 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 ladies and gentlemen. Here we go. Tuggy Bear out front. Didn't have good running the last time. Did some setup swapping here in the intermission here for the feature race. Mandatory pit stop in this one, 28 laps. This is going to be absolutely fantastic. Let's get back through the field here and let's see what these guys are up to. I see Albie now. Where's Aussie at? Aussie in that blue and white, no, that red, white, and blue car there, number 72. You see him being overtaken by Disco. Looks like Disco up to 7th place now. Where's Disco at? I'm trying to keep track of all these guys here. We know Bowie. Where's Bowie? Up to 6th place. Bowie in that yellow and red 29. A little bit of contact. Looks like somebody goes to the inside at 67. Needs to be careful coming back on track. Gets it back together. Looks like he may be able to get it back together. Not sure. That may have been Falecki. It was Falecki. Once again getting tied up in traffic at the end of the pack. Hopefully he can wrap it up and get it together here. A lot of races, a lot of time to go here, ladies and gentlemen, as we see the whole entire pack come down this long, hard braking zone here. Keeping an eye on Falecki right now. Where is Falecki at? Falecki is currently right now running the 9th place behind Disco. Disco making a little bit of noise now this race. Disco currently chasing a Flying Dutchman, Ubar, and Albie. You see Albie up there in that multicolored twin stripes car there. Somebody went off on the back there. Not sure who that was. Looks like Jags now spun off. Looks like Dark Ninja might have spun off. CMC gets by. Disco now comes up the rear here behind Tro and Ubar as we watch all these guys come up to the top. Let's go to the front here. Looks like Old Smokey is taking command of the race. Not sure what happened to Tuggy Bear. Tuggy Bear is dropping positions like a rock here. Yeah, you guys got to be careful brake checking, guys. Got to be careful brake checking. Watch your braking zones. We don't need any accidents here on track. If we find that you're doing it on purpose, you will be black flagged. Old Smokey taking the lead right now, ladies and gentlemen. Bobby Dazzler doing a fantastic job right now in second place. And look who's in the picture now, ladies and gentlemen. Bowie coming in the picture in that 29 red and yellow BMW. Richie right behind him, no surprise. And Albie now making some noise. Aussie Albie, currently living in the UK from Australia or New Zealand, somewhere down in that part of the world there. Race with them a lot. Fantastic guy, very fast, clean racer there. Said he wanted to enjoy getting racing here in the RubbingsRacing League. He's been involved here for a little while, hasn't been able to vote and get too involved. Races within the community with us here. You can currently see him right now running in 5th place in that stripe, that red and blue stripe going down the center of his car here as we watch these guys come in. Old Smokey looks like who's making a move to the outside. Bobby Dazzler's trying to make a move to the outside. Looks like Bowie now up to 2nd place. Bowie is on a mission here at Sugo, ladies and gentlemen. Bowie took the feature, and he did it in style. And it looks like we're going to see what's going on here as he's chasing down Old Smokey now. Old Smokey plays on a controller, man. 33 years old. Old Smokey doing a great job. He may have got a wheel. I know last time we talked to him, he said he was getting ready to get a G29. We're all happy for him. Hopefully that's the case. Or a T150. Can't remember what wheel he got. There's so many guys in the league, so much information I try to keep track of here, ladies and gentlemen. I'm keeping track of this action on the track here. Lap 4 out of 28, or 29, ladies and gentlemen. 4 out of 29. 28 race laps and 1 formation lap there. Mandatory pit stop is in this race here, so these guys have to keep that in mind with their damage and their tape and their grill tape and stuff like that, because mechanical damage is on. These are the top 5. Old Smokey, Bowie. We got Bobby Dazzler in the picture. Richie, Ozzy, and Felecki now. Felecki back up through the pack up to 6th place. Felecki making some noise here. Watching these guys race up front. He's just quietly coming into the picture there. Goes a little wide, gets a little dirt on his tires there. Great recovery by Felecki now. This is going to be an absolutely great race. Aussie has to know. Aussie Albie has to know these guys are coming behind him. And right now, Aussie's putting pressure on Richie to see these guys coming down this long stretch here. You can see Bobby Dazzler makes a move to the inside. He's going to be able to make it stick side by side. You got Old Smokey to the outside, Tro to the inside. We're keeping an eye with Albie right now as you see all this action going on. Bobby Dazzler still to the inside. Let's go back up here to the lead here and see what's happening. Bobby Dazzler now loses a position to Bowie, back to 3rd place. The action is tight here at Sugo, ladies and gentlemen. Old Smokey has the lead. Bowie was 2nd place, wants the lead. Bobby Dazzler's just sitting back, hoping these guys might get together. But you see Richie and Aussie come through. Felecki now in the picture as well. Felecki was back to 9th place, and now he's back up in the picture. Wants to get involved in this action, rubbing his hands together and licking his chops. He's watching these guys race, having a great battle here for the front 6 guys here. Disco 4 seconds behind these guys. Not sure what happened to him. Seen him in the picture here. Or maybe he can try to put some time on these guys as these guys get caught up racing side by side. Old Smokey currently out front. Looks like Bowie's going to make a move to the inside. Can he make it stick? Looks like he does, but looks like now Richie's got the, or Old Smokey's got the advantage. Back to the inside. Make a little contact. Throws Bowie to the outside. Looks like Old Smokey's going to lose a position to Bowie, but Bowie go to the outside. Old Smokey fighting back to the inside as they come up through turn 5 through the chicane. A little bit of contact behind him. Looks like Richie and Aussie get together. Aussie's got to get it back together. Albie, we keep calling him Aussie and Albie. Disco now on the back of Albie as these guys get it back together. Some more contact being made there as Richie and Old Smokey now get together. Old Smokey going back through the pack. Not sure what's going on with him. Maybe just some mental errors knowing these really fast guys are coming. Let's get rid of this interface here, ladies and gentlemen, as we keep an eye on Felecki and Disco now. I'm not sure where the camera went. We're trying to go to the leaders here. Hard on the brakes here as Bowie comes down through the corner, and there the camera zooms out. Got Bobby Dazzler behind him, and great action back here to Old Smokey and Felecki. Now Felecki powering his way up to 4th. Gives Old Smokey just a little boot there. Gets him sideways, and he gets hit from behind. Looks like Ubar. I'm not sure who got him from behind him, but that's unfortunate for Old Smokey. Old Smokey was leading a part of this race. Now he's under pressure by Ubar and Tro. Old Smokey's got to get it together. Hopefully he can make up some time in the pit stops there. Can't be happy about that. I think that was just a racing incident, ladies and gentlemen. A little bit of bobbing and weaving, but we've seen Felecki make that move to the inside. Looks like Bowie is going to make a pit stop. No, we're not sure who's going into the pits here. Looks like Richie, yes, Richie's going into the pits. We'll keep an eye on this pit stall here, ladies and gentlemen. See what kind of pit stop he has. Coming into his pit stall right now, Richie looks like he's going. Looks like the jack is up. Looks like the tires are going to remain on. Looks like they're just going to go ahead and put a little bit of splash of fuel in it. Looks like he is down and away now, ladies and gentlemen, out of the way. Looks like Bobby Dazzler now taking over the lead. We go back to the lead and watch these two battle at the front, these two behemoths and these BMWs right now as he's hard on his brakes. Coming into turn 6, ladies and gentlemen, Bowie really fast through that section. You can see all the time he made up. Late on the brakes, too. You can see his brake lights come on way late there. Looks like he made up a little bit of time as he's chasing down Bobby Dazzler. Lap 6 out of 29, ladies and gentlemen. Mandatory pit stop in this one. We are at Sugo Sportsland in the vintage BMW 2002 Stanceworks. These things are absolutely fun, and you can hear them as they come screaming by. Sound like a bee's nest as these hornets come screaming by. It looks like Bobby Dazzler gets a little wide. Oh, has to get let up on the throttle, and that gives Bowie all kind of room to get by, but Bobby Dazzler looks like he's going to fight back now, see if he can do anything with Bowie. We've seen the pace that Bowie had in that first race, and right now he's out front, and that's a dangerous place for him to be for the rest of the field. Bowie making his presence known tonight. Races real cars during the week sometimes. He said he builds them and races them. He marshals at a bunch of different tracks, and it sounds like he's been all over Europe there in the UK, so having a lot of fun tonight on the virtual track. Good to see him out here. 20 years old from Holland. Bowie is our leader right now. Currently leading the race, lap 7 out of 29, ladies and gentlemen. Bobby Dazzler in second place. So Felecki now making some noise. Coming up to third, being followed by Disco and Albie now back into the picture. And what happened to Bobby Dazzler? Looks like Bobby Dazzler goes off into the grass. Going to lose a spot to Felecki. Looks like now he's under pressure by, looks like Disco. Disco has to lock the brakes up as Bobby Dazzler closes the door on him coming out of turn 4. As they go into turn 5, you can see, oh man, you can see Disco all over the back of Bobby Dazzler, just making his presence known as they come into turn 6. It's fast right-hander, but like I said, you got to be careful carrying all that speed coming into turn 7 because he can get you in trouble. He can get you out on that rumble strip and then turn you right into the wall. Haven't seen anybody turn into the wall yet tonight, ladies and gentlemen, as we keep an eye on the battle. Bowie out front, Felecki to second, Bobby Dazzler in third, Disco in fourth, and our new driver tonight, doing his debut tonight at Sportsland Sugo is Aussie right there, coming in the back in that white car with the red and blue stripe on the hood there, ladies and gentlemen, or on the bonnet as y'all call it, or you guys call it, or however you say it. But ladies and gentlemen, intense racing going on here. Bobby Dazzler in third place, was leading the race there for quite some time. We've seen guys starting to make their pits as these guys come in. They're probably going to start regrouping here halfway through this race as we look here, ladies and gentlemen. Lap 7 out of 29. If you guys are just tuning in, thank you for tuning in. Smurfy saying is go Ubar go. So Smurfy's coming in. Ubar's fan club coming back here. What is Ubar up to? Ubar currently running in 7th place right now. Looks like he's getting ready to go into the pits right now. Yes, Ubar making his pit stop. Let's go back here to the lead action here and see what Bobby Dazzler's up to. Keeping the camera on Bobby Dazzler because he's right in the middle of all this action. Gives you great view of all these guys coming around. I'm not favoring one guy. I'm just trying to find the best camera angle for you guys here as we watch all these guys come in. By now, you guys should know who's driving what. You got Bowie in that yellow and red one. You got Felecki and that brown and white one there in second place. Bobby Dazzler in that dark red and white one. I like that color scheme on that. That looks really good. Disco McDisco face in that black, blue, and pink one right there. He's doing a really good job sporting that livery. And then you have the red, white, and blue with the white, blue stripes. That's Aussie Albie tonight in his debut. So these are the top 5 guys, ladies and gentlemen, as these guys come into view. You see these guys come down towards the end of the stretch, towards turn 7 here. And, ooh, you see Disco McDisco face get a little wide there, and maybe Aussie might try to make a move. Little too early to make that happen here. So see Bobby Dazzler currently riding in third place. Behind Felecki. Felecki all the way at the back of the pack at some point tonight. Oh, Felecki gets off into the dirt. What a great view. So you see the gravel spit. Thankfully, it didn't come back onto the track. That can be a little tricky if you're coming into this turn here, if you got gravel on the track. These guys doing an absolutely fantastic job tonight, ladies and gentlemen, at Sugo Sportsland right now. Coming across the line here at lap 9, looks like Disco is going to go ahead and make his pit stop, which is going to give Albie the 4th place position right now. Bowie currently leading everybody down. Lap 9 out of 29. 20 laps remain in this session, ladies and gentlemen. Mandatory pit stop. You can see some of the guys starting to come in. Richie making his pit stop early. You see Tuggy Bear, I think, making his pit stop. A lot of these guys mid-pack have made pit stops as well, but we're keeping an eye on these front 3 guys here. Tuggy Bear has not made a pit stop yet. Trying to keep track of all these guys here, ladies and gentlemen. I feel like an auctioneer sometimes. These guys coming by. Flalecki in second place, coming in the bottom of the screen there, and you see Bobby Dazzler coming in, and right behind him is Albie. Albie's got to keep an eye on these guys and find out when they're going to be on their same pit strategy. Maybe these guys can all wind up together. We've seen a couple fast guys break off from this lead pack to go to pit lane, and we know that there is certain guys can do certain pit stops at a certain speed, so that's going to play out here at the end of this race. We're curious to see where these guys are going to end up. I got a feeling there's going to be a lot of door-to-door action here towards the end of this race, ladies and gentlemen. Lap 9 out of 29 here at Sportsland Sugo in the BMW 2002 Hatch Stance, or the Stanceworks. I'm sorry, Hatch Stance. I have a setup called Hatch Stance, so every time I see this car, I'm like, oh yeah, I got a setup. It's called Hatch Stance. It's the Stanceworks 2002 vintage BMWs. These guys come out of turn 11 here. Keeping an eye on Bobby Dazzler. Like I said, the only reason I'm watching him so you can keep an eye on kind of the whole thing here. We see some side-by-side action. See guys start to make some pit stops here. Looks like Bowie's going to make the move into the pit stop. Let's keep an eye on him here, ladies and gentlemen, as we go. And I've got to make sure my volume's down on this. You guys might have had an echo. If you did, I'm sorry. Nope, you did not. Sorry about that. Thank you guys for tuning in. Thank you guys for all your comments and your support. If you like what you're seeing, give us a thumbs up. Give us a like, hit that little bell, subscribe to us, tell us what we're doing right. If you guys want to donate to the cause, if you want to get involved, if you want to race, if you want to be on stream here, we're taking a look at the lead right now. Flalecki and Bobby Dazzler now going at it one more time as we see Bowie out of the pits right now, dropped out of the pit, so these guys are going to have to pit. Not sure what that time was on his pit stop, so not sure what's going on here. Somebody coming into the frame there. Not sure what was happening there, but like I said, you want to get involved, www.rubbingsracing.co.uk. That'll get you involved in what you're watching on track right now. We do this every Thursday night for anybody in the community who wants to get involved. We try to get as many people involved. Sometimes it's goofy cars and goofy tracks. We're doing a bunch of weird combinations in the community today, trying to get a feel for it. I know we did the Lotus A-Type. I think that was our Light Type 75, whatever it was. That was a lot of fun. That may be in the future. We got some special events coming up here halfway through our season, through all of our seasons here at Rubbings Racing. Tonight we have the Thursday Night Lights. This is a continuous thing that we do kind of all year long, ladies and gentlemen. No, we don't keep any track of any points here. As we see now, it looks like Flalecki coming into the pits, and Bobby Dazzler is going to inherit the lead as it comes across the line. Lap 11 out of 29. Bobby Dazzler is notorious for taking late pit stops. He was in the GT5 series last year. Him and Kay Morris had a really good battle. GT4 series, I'm sorry. We had the Ginetta GT4 Super Cup Challenge last year. And him and Kay Morris were going at it. And they had a really, really great battle until about the 4th or 5th race, until Bobby Dazzler had to miss a race. He showed up for every other race, but ended up losing it, and really fast in there. But he was notorious in that GT4 series for taking late pit stops. But we'll see what goes on tonight in these BMWs. Not sure how the engine damage is going to hold up. These guys have them taped up. Currently running the lead right now, Bobby Dazzler is doing an absolutely great job on track as we go and take a look at what some other guys are doing here. I'm trying to do two things at one time here, ladies and gentlemen. I'm going to some of the drivers list here. The thing I like to do, like I said, is try to meet some of our drivers here. And we got a lot of guys that come in and come out of here that are a lot of fun to watch. Some guys come in and do a whole series, and some guys who show up for one race whenever they get a chance. So it's not really anything set in stone. It's just for these guys to have fun. This is a great thing to get a part of. Seen Dark Ninja come in here. Dark Ninja, where's Dark Ninja running at right now? Dark Ninja is running 11th place right now. Not sure if he took a pit stop. Looks like he's out on track. Missing a hood. Looks like it says he's 14 years old from the UK. He said he's a massive fan of the F1 since he was 4 years old. He said he loves watching endurance races, and his favorite classes are the LMP and the GTE. Looks like he's having a little hard time getting around here tonight. 11th place currently, 1 minute and 12 off the pace right now. He may be on a pit cycle, though, ladies and gentlemen. You see Bobby Dazzler now into the pits, lap 12 Bobby Dazzler into the pits, and where is Bowie at? We see Bowie now coming past pit road, so these guys should be nose to tail here directly if Bobby Dazzler can get it going. Let's see where Bobby Dazzler's at, ladies and gentlemen. He's going to be a little bit behind Bowie, but let's see where Falecki's at. Falecki's now coming into turn one, and he got Richie now in behind him, so here it is, ladies and gentlemen. Bobby Dazzler back out on track. You can see Falecki coming into the picture, and Richie now coming into the picture, and Disco has got to be coming in as well. So all 5 of these guys are now back within striking distance of each other. This is going to be an absolutely great race to the end. I think most of these guys have pitted here. They would have had to have pitted, yes. So these guys are coming, and we're keeping an eye here on Disco right now as he's coming into turn 6. These guys trying to catch back up with the rest of the pack right now. Bobby Dazzler coming out of the pits. We see behind Bowie, and now Falecki. Falecki was currently in the lead. Or no, he was back up to second. Now he's back to third. Had a bad start to the race. Got tangled up in some back of the track traffic there. Back to 9th place at one point. Started in 8th. He was all the way back to 9th. Looking good here tonight. Back up to 3rd place. 5 seconds off the pace right now. Bowie is just setting the pace currently. Bowie last time by was at 131.86. Looks like that's the fastest of anybody right now, and nobody close other than Richie. Richie running a 132.9, so that's a little over a second off. That could be because of the pit cycles. These guys may have taken tires, so they may be getting tires on. You can see the speeds here. 3rd gear as he comes up top of the hill, switches to 4th on the rev limiter top of the hill as you're watching Bobby Dazzler here being chased by Falecki and Richie. We're going to keep an eye on this battle right here. Looks like Richie now hard on the brakes. Can he do anything with Falecki as these guys come through turn 2 here, ladies and gentlemen? We had DJ Phil Green in here. Not sure what happened to him. Looked like he may have dropped out. He's going down through some of these drivers here, trying to get to know some of these guys here. Some normal guys we normally have in, they didn't join up tonight. We're not sure what's going on here. But thank you guys for everybody for joining, and thank you guys for tuning in. I never really give any info on myself. My name is Ken. I am 43 years old. I am from the United States of America. I live in a little town called Johnstown, Pennsylvania. It's about 80 miles east of Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, if you're looking on the map. The only thing we're famous for is a lot of floods. We had a lot of historic floods here, but I've also been sim racing for a very long time. I started on the Atari 2600. My very first game that I do remember falling in love with was pole position. There's a lot of guys who share that love within the league. They share them same memories here. We're not sure what happened. Looks like Bobby Dazzler may have got sideways there. Bobby Dazzler gets off the track as I was going through my bio there. But just in case you guys wanted to know, yes, I am 43 years old. I am father of 2 sons there. They are grown up, whatever, 18 and 21. So kind of got the house and got the time now to do this and have a lot of fun doing it, man. So you guys make this a great experience for everybody, and keeping an eye on the racing here as we watch Richie and Falecki now going nose to tail. Still, Disco's not improving anything. Disco's not improving anything here right now. Looks like he's not gaining anything and not losing anything. Currently about 3 seconds behind Richie and Falecki right now. Richie in that blue and white car. Frenchman, 54 years old, like we said, loves the race. Spends a lot of time online racing with his son as well. Him and his son like to race. Big fan of the F1 and the LMP2 cars. Doing a great job tonight. Had a great showing in that first race there. This is a different animal. Twice the length. We got 14 laps, ladies and gentlemen. 14 out of 29 laps, so we have about 13 laps to go here. This is going to be an absolutely great finish. Just about halfway done here. A lot of these guys have taken their pits. Damage is off. The mechanical damage is on, so these guys do have to be careful over revving their engines because they will acquire some form of engine damage if they do over these engines, which is easy to do in these BMWs. Well, we want to thank everybody for getting involved. If you guys are watching from within the community, or if you want to get involved in RubbingsRacing like I talked about, we have a pretty cool competition going on right now. It's called the Hot Lap Challenge. One of our mods and marshals presented it to us. He said, you know, during the off season and in between races, to give these guys something to do and brag about, we got this Hot Lap Challenge going on, man. It's really awesome watching these guys. I haven't got involved because there's no way I can really join in with these guys. So we're keeping an eye on this battle here. But right now, yeah, the Hot Lap Challenge, these crazy Hot Lappers, they're doing the Audi 90 Quattro IMSA GTO at Long Beach Street Circuit. And Demoby, he's one of our fastest guys in this Hot Lap Challenge. He does a lot of just regular default racing, man, and he just sets these laps at these guys. It's crazy to watch the competition, but have a lot of fast guys. If you guys want to get involved in that, just head over to the Discord and hit the hashtag HLC information, Hot Lap Challenge information. Look at the standings, look at the driver times, and look how it's going. You can get involved in the chat as well. So guys, get involved in that. That's something within the community. Project Cars does it as well. We use their platform. We go set records so everybody keeps the records on time. So that's how we do it. We just go to that car and that track, set the time, and you can load the Ghost. I believe some Ghosts can be loaded. We're not sure. We did the, what did we do last week? The V8 Supercar at the Red Bull Ring. And boy, there were some really, really fast times coming in there. I tried it and I gave up. So keeping an eye on this action right here. Yeah, somebody set a world record. I believe it was Braddock, wasn't it? I believe Braddock set a world record. Yeah, yep. So that's the caliber of drivers we have racing in the league, setting world records on hot laps for challenges that we have set within Project Cars for Rubbings Racing here. So if you guys want to get involved in that, get involved in it in the hot lap challenge. If you guys want to get involved in Rubbings Racing, www.rubbingsracing.co.uk. Hit that button that says register as a driver. That'll take you to our Discord. If you want to donate while you're there, you can donate. We have two currencies. You can donate in USA currency and you can donate in UK currency. I believe it will transfer anyway if you use PayPal. A little bit of action going on here. Like he gets almost sideways and Richie closes the gap. If you're watching this action here as I'm rambling on about absolutely nothing, ladies and gentlemen, have a do that. We're in the doldrums of the race right now. Not sure what's going on. Going back through the pack here, we're looking to see Bobby Dazzler now dropping all the way back to 5th place, having a great run. Got a little sideways coming out of that corner, but this is the race right here between Felecki and Richie. Bowie has checked out, said see you later alligator, and has taken off. He is about 9 seconds in front of these fellas. And I'm back, ladies and gentlemen. Had to take a drink of water through there. I was talking a little too fast. As we keep an eye on this action right here between these two guys. These guys have been racing the entire race here, and they have been kind of beating and banging on each other. A lot of guys in the room tonight. Richie 95, like we said, he's 54 from France. Likes racing with his boy. We've seen him now currently in this battle as we're looking down through the list here. A lot of guys racing and showing up tonight. Aussie Albie, like we mentioned, he's new tonight. Starting in 6th place. Let's go back and see what he's up to right now. As we see these guys, well, we're going to keep an eye on this battle right now between 1st and 2nd, or 2nd and 3rd place. These guys have been pretty closely matched here. Last lap we've seen Felecki get a little sideways right now. Let's go back here and see what Tro's up to. Looks like Tro's now starting to hunt down Ubar. See if Tro can do anything with him. This is all happening about 3 seconds behind Aussie. You can see Aussie going up over the hill there in that white car with the blue stripes, and he may have company here in a minute. Maybe try to get some on-track action between these three guys here currently. This is the battle for 7th place. Ubar has it. Tro wants it right now. Tro in that yellow car, Ubar in the blue car, and you can see Albie in that white car with the stripes on it right now. Let's go back up here to the lead and see what Richie and Felecki are up to. You can see Disco coming into the picture right now in the back, and these guys are still evenly matched, keeping their distance between each other. Lap 17 out of 29, ladies and gentlemen. 11 laps to go, or 12 laps to go here, ladies and gentlemen, as we're keeping an eye on this battle for 2nd place. This is all for bragging rights, and it looks like we have Bowie. Looks like he went off. Not sure what's going to happen. Bowie now looks like he's going to lose a bunch of time to the lead. Now 6 seconds still out in front of these guys, but looks like he's got a lot of front end damage, which is just visual. It's not going to hurt his performance, but Bowie went off. That's unfortunate for Bowie. Looks like he's going to have to regain it and get it together. Felecki and Richie behind him are still battling. We have a lap car in between them guys. You see Disco coming into the picture up behind him. And then Bobby Dazzler should be coming into the picture probably around the corner right now. Yes, as we see Bobby Dazzler coming in 5th place right now. And then this is now another 18 or 20 seconds back to Aussie. You can hear him coming in through the picture right now. You can see him coming in up to 6th place. And you see, we're not sure where Ubar happened to Ubar there. Ubar to 7th place there. So trying to keep a track of all these guys here. Let's go back here to see what Tro and Old Smokey are up to now. Looks like Ubar got through there. Looks like Tro back to 9th place, harassing Old Smokey now as these guys come out of turn 11. and come up over the hill here as these guys come across. Lap 18 out of 29, 11 laps remain in this Thursday night light sessions here at Sugo's. We're watching Tro creeping up a little bit on Old Smoky here. Old Smoky plays on a controller. We talked about Old Smoky earlier. He did win the Dash for Cash event in the off season, in the winter break there. We did throw a community event together. It was really fun to watch. A lot of heat races. A lot of these guys put a lot of heart and soul into it, but there can only be one winner, and it was Old Smoky. Old Smoky did a great job, and it was a lot of fun to watch. Like I said, keeping an eye on these two guys battling right now. Old Smoky currently running 8th place. They say 33 years old. Said he loves racing and he's involved with other leagues as well. So he races in other leagues, along with RubbingsRacing. And he's under attack by Tro now, side by side as they come down this long stretch towards turn 8 here, ladies and gentlemen. Looks like Tro has the advantage. Looks like he's going to brake a little early. Looks like Old Smoky is going to take the inside. Tro brakes just a little too late and slides by here. Old Smoky said he's the winner of the Dash for Cash event. Said he's been playing Project Cars 1, and he also races on a controller here. Not sure how good he is on a controller, but I cannot play like he can on a controller. Let's go back to this action on track here. Richie now back behind Flelecki. Flelecki taking 2nd place. Richie back to 3rd as they were as we left them here, ladies and gentlemen. I believe that's the order that they were. Richie currently running 3rd place, doing a great job, just running a good pace here. You can see the rubber starting to lay on the track here. Lap 19 out of 29, 10 laps remain. Laps are starting to wind down. Track temperature is 106 degrees Fahrenheit, and the outside temperature is a cool 88 degrees Fahrenheit. So, ladies and gentlemen, a lot of people out here in shorts and T-shirts. This is a very cool track. Sportsland Sugo is the track that we're at, and to see Richie make a move. Richie making a move to the inside there, not able to make it stick though. See if he can do anything through this section here. So keep an eye on this battle. These guys come out of their last corner, up the hill. Richie's still harassing Flelecki. Right now, this is the battle, man. This is the battle. And looking up some little bit of information on this track, it is located in the Murrieta, the Shiobata district in Miyagi Prefecture, Japan. So this track is actually located in Japan. It has 11 corners. Its capacity is 50,000 fans. So this little track can hold 50,000 fans. That's pretty impressive. The owner of it is actually the Yamaha Motor Company actually owns this track, so I'm sure they probably do all kind of GP. Yes, some of the major events are the Super GT, the MFJ Superbikes, the Super Formula, the Super Tokyo, and the F4 Japanese Championship. And what a great car, this European car, to bring to this Japanese track here. First opened in 1975, and the total length of this thing is 2.32 miles or 3.73 kilometers. And these guys have gone around this track 20 times so far. 9 more times. We're going to figure out who's going to win this race. Bowie did spin out. Looks like he got it back under control, increasing his lead, and we're keeping an eye on this battle right here. This is an epic battle for 2nd place. Richie has it, or Flelecki has it. Richie wants it. These two guys are the top of the class in the other leagues when it comes to the high downforce cars. These guys are really, really fast. Doing a great job in these big square cars tonight. Thank you guys for tuning in. Thank everybody for all your comments. And Lee Kendall says, "Go Aussie!" from Aussie VMX Rider, tuning in from Australia tonight, cheering on his fellow countrymen. Aussie doing a good job. Aussie Albie was doing a good job. He was running up in the front. You can watch the stream there. You can see he was doing a really good job. Fell back through the pack there. Not sure what happened to him. May have had a loose condition. Track temperature really hasn't changed too much here. As we're watching Albie come through out of turn 11 and up the hill here. Let's go back to this lead for the battle. Looks like Richie goes off track a little bit. Loses a little bit of ground to Flelecki, and now Disco coming into the picture. You can hear him coming through. You see Disco now climbing up on the back of these guys. He's only about 2 seconds behind 2nd and 3rd place. So a podium position is on the line here. Let's not count Disco out. Disco is very fast. Goes around a lap car there. I'm not sure who that is, but great job by that lap traffic, being aware that the leaders are coming, and they are coming in a hurry right now. These top 3 guys, these actually aren't the top 3 guys. This is 2nd, 3rd, and 4th place. Bowie has checked out, continuing to run out the lead here. 9.3 seconds out. We did see him spin. He was down to 5 seconds, and he is just driving away from these guys. So great job from our 20-year-old from Holland, who normally races on track during the week, but likes to take vacations or likes to take some relaxation time to get on track with his friends here who don't have the ability to actually do it in real life, but have just as much fun doing it in this racing community. www.RubbingsRacing will get you into the community. www.RubbingsRacing.co.uk will get you into this racing community. If you guys like what you see on track, give us a like on Facebook, give us a thumbs up, hit that little bell. If you want to donate to the cause, when you go to the website, you can see donate. We take donations as well. If you feel like we're doing the right thing, if you believe in what we're doing, we always appreciate donations. It always goes back to the community because this is a straight volunteer position here. If you want to get involved as a staff member, we're always looking for staff members, and we are always looking for commentators as well. As we're keeping an eye on this battle here at Disco, you see him coming up to 4th place right now. Currently about a second behind these guys as they come up through turn 5, through this chicane. We got Bobby Dazzler in behind these guys, but he's well off the pace there. He's about 1 minute and 44 seconds off the pace. If that is correct, we're not sure what's going on with the timing there. No, 25 seconds. So he's about 13 seconds behind these guys. Disco getting a little loose there. So you see Richie now coming into the picture, still harassing Felecki here. I'm going to get rid of this interface here as we watch the final laps here. 22 out of 29, ladies and gentlemen. Ooh, Richie making a move to the inside. Contact as they get side by side, touching paint there. It's trading a little bit of paint as they come out of turn 8. Richie making that aggressive move to get past Felecki, but Felecki is fighting back. You see what he gains coming through turns 9 here and out of turn 10, coming up towards turn 11, and you see this, or you see Richie flashing his lights saying, what a move, man. Great move. Much respect between these two drivers. These guys have been harassing each other the entire race. You see Disco behind him. Both of these guys looking to make a move here if these two decide to make a mistake. Side by side at the line, too close to car right now. Looks like Richie would have had it. Make a little bit of contact, get sucked together, get back off each other. Richie to the inside, Felecki to the outside, and Disco now coming up in 4th place. This is for a podium position, ladies and gentlemen. These top 2 guys are in 2nd and 3rd, and now Disco, where did he come from into the picture? Looks like he is in a position to maybe take that 2nd spot away from Felecki. You see Disco make a move to the inside, 3 wide as they come out of turn 4, going into turn 5, 3 wide, ladies and gentlemen. This is absolute madness. Disco coming 3rd place, 4th place coming into turn 4, coming out of turn 5, takes the lead. His car comes to life in the waning stages of this race. Richie and Felecki have got to be scratching their heads saying, what did we do wrong? Richie now back to 3rd, Felecki back to 4th, and just like that, ladies and gentlemen, the order has changed. I got Disco now up to 2nd place, hard on the brakes. You can hear the engine slowing down a little bit as they're locking the tires up. Felecki getting a great run out of that corner, harassing Richie in that blue and white car. As you see Disco now, looks like he's starting to maintain a little bit of lead coming out in front of these guys. These guys racing, doing a little bit of racing. Looks like Richie's doing a little bit of defending, and it looks like Felecki's trying to figure out how to get around them, slowing them down a little bit, allowing Disco to get away, but coming up the hill as they're making this power, trying to get everything they can out of 3rd gear. You see Discos, these guys are starting to catch back up with them as they come up to the top of the hill, ladies and gentlemen. Lap 25, is this 24? 24 out of 29. Laps are winding down. Keeping an eye on this action right here. Disco has the multicolored car in 2nd. Richie in the blue and white car, and Felecki in that white car with the yellow number 67 on his door. These are the top. It's the 2nd, 3rd, and 4th place, ladies and gentlemen, because Bowie has checked out. We're going to keep an eye on this action right here. We will give Bowie the credit due when the final lap is here, but we're going to keep an eye on this close on-track action here at Sugo Sportsland. 50,000 fans on board on a nice summer day. 106 degrees is the track temperature. 88 degrees is the Fahrenheit, the track temperature Fahrenheit outside, ladies and gentlemen. Just keeping an eye on this track, and it looks like Richie's holding up Felecki a little bit. Looks like Felecki was pretty fast through that corner as these guys come down this long stretch out of turn 7, down towards turn 8, into this hard braking zone. Disco leading this parade right now. This is a Disco parade. Here we go, ladies and gentlemen. Disco hard on the brakes. You see Richie getting a little bit sideways as he locks that back up. Probably got that brake bias up towards the front to lock that back just a little bit to slide that rear end out around. You can see these cars slipping and sliding away, ladies and gentlemen. Disco now pulling out a little bit of a lead between these guys. Last time by, you've seen the absolutely magnificent move by Disco as he came into turn 4 in 4th place and came out of turn 5 in 5th place. And oh, it looks like Felecki a little bit sideways. Has to get off the throttle. You hear him downshift as the car backfires, trying to make horsepower, getting up the hill as he comes in behind Richie now. Richie now in behind Disco, but Disco looks like he has put some space in between him and Richie as the laps are winding down. 25 out of 29, 4 laps remain here, ladies and gentlemen. This is the action for the podium spot. Bowie currently out front. We have Disco currently second, and we have Richie currently running third right now. And this has been the battle. Felecki was involved in this. He got a little loose coming out of turn 11, coming up the hill. It had cost him a little bit of time there. He's going to try to make it back up. He's coming into turn 6. You can make up a lot of time coming into turn 6 here as we watch him enter turn 6. Oh, we went back to Bobby Dazzler, trying to keep an eye on Felecki. Sorry about that, ladies and gentlemen. We'll see Felecki come into turn 6 out of turn 7 right now, chasing down Disco and Richie right in front of him. Disco on the bottom of the screen, Richie in that blue and white BMW, and Felecki all the way in the back. As you can hear these guys hard on the brakes. You see the front ends of the BMW start to dive down and see what Felecki can do if he can make up any time. You hear him on the rev limiter as he comes down through the gears, back up through the gears, trying to make traction as much as he can as he comes into turn 9 and then out of turn 10 here, out of turn 9 into turn 10 as he makes the exit out of turn 10 and starts winding it up towards turns 11 and start making as much horsepower and get as much traction as he possibly can going up the hill. You can see Richie just out of the frame coming out of the picture here, and you see him come up the hill. You can see these two guys in front of him, and that is the gap, ladies and gentlemen. 2nd place right now. Richie in 3rd place, and Felecki losing time last lap by in 4th place. Lap 26 out of 29. 3 laps remain as we go back through the field here. We got Bobby Dazzler, was doing a great job. You see him coming out of turn 11, and you see him currently in 4th place. You see Aussie Ooh having a bad go at it, coming out of turn 11, hitting the wall, getting in that sand, and that can happen to anybody, ladies and gentlemen. Ubar having a great run at it tonight, running a great scheme here in that number 10 blue and silver. Has a lot of fans out there on the stream. Didn't give him a lot of coverage. I apologize about that. We were trying to keep an eye on all the action out in the front here. The console's rooting for Disco with the 2nd win. We're going to see if Disco can hunt him down. Not sure if he can do it. Looks like currently he's 16 seconds behind the lead. And Jeff Sharp said, great move, Disco. And that was an absolutely great move in turn 4. That's got to make the highlight reel, ladies and gentlemen. That was a great move by Disco. We seen him coming. We seen him coming up through the pack. And then all of a sudden he was on top of these two here, Richie and Felecki, as you watch these guys come through the corner here. These guys were racing hard for the last laps of this race here, so it may have wore their tires out. They were side by side trading positions here, so they may have wore their tires out a little bit and allowed Disco to take over. But that was a great respectful move. He just plowed his way up through there and said, look boys, I'm here to play. Take this 2nd place away. Not today, Disco says. So right now, Disco currently running in 2nd, Richie in 3rd, Felecki in 4th right now. Felecki was having a great run at it. Lap 27 out of 29. 2 laps to remain here. Let's take a look at Bowie and see where Bowie's at. Coming up on lap traffic, coming out of turn 5 here. Lap traffic has to be aware. Leader is upon you here. Bowie coming into turn 6, doing a great job. You can hear him feathering the throttle. Doing a great job. Looks like he's got that throttle balance set just right as he comes out of turn 7 and winds it up, coming down this big interface here. Yeah, this big interface. Jeez, this big stretch here towards turn 8. He's looking at the word interface and saying turn 8 at the same time. See Bowie coming out of turn 8 here, headed towards turn 9. Smashed up the front end of his car as we've seen him about halfway through this race. Get a little loose right in this area here. Hit the wall, was able to gather it back together and just retake command of the race right now. And it looks like we have a battle going on now for 3rd place. Richie now under pressure from Felecki as Felecki now comes into turn 8. Let's see if Felecki can do anything. Felecki to the inside, yes. And looks like Richie doesn't know what happened to him. Maybe missed a gear. It looks like he may be out of fuel, ladies and gentlemen. Let's take a board with Richie here and see what happens. Yes, Richie is not going to make it on fuel. 0.1 liter left. Just look down at this fuel gauge, and that is unfortunate for our Frenchman. That's got to be painful inside the cockpit. going to try to make it back to pit road. Coming out of turn 11, ladies and gentlemen, on the track. Be careful. We have a guy running out of fuel to the inside as you're coming up the hill. Be careful as we watch Bobby Dazzler go by. Is Richie going to be able to make it back to the pits, ladies and gentlemen? Regardless, he is not going to be able to, and pulls off into the sand. He's going to have to watch the rest of this race through his passenger side window. That is unfortunate. Felecki now up to third place. Disco just running away with it right now. Coming out of turn 5, you can see Felecki coming way in the background right now, coming through turn 5. See about Bobby Dazzler. You can see him coming probably in the background here in a minute. We're not sure where Bobby Dazzler's at. Laps are winding down here, ladies and gentlemen. Bowie is in command of this race. We want to thank everybody for showing up tonight. We want to thank Albie for showing up. Much love showing for his countrymen from VMX Rider. VMX Rider did take place in our Dash for Cash event. He actually did win the event, but ended up getting a 10-second penalty on pit lane. So he hung around all the way to the end. It was an absolutely epic finish. That 10-second penalty cost him a podium position as well. And it was great fun. So got a lot of love coming from your fellow countrymen. Aussie showing proud out here in the BMW. Coming in top 5 tonight. Doing a great job. And Bowie into the pits. What's going on with Bowie here? Looks like Bowie also not going to make it on fuel. Let's see where Disco's at now. Disco has 5.9 liters. Disco looks like he is going to inherit the lead. Last lap drama, ladies and gentlemen. Lap 29 as they come across the laps. This is the final lap. Where is Bowie at? Bowie still in the pits. Disco takes the lead. Bowie now. Felecki looks like he's going to take second place. Where is Bowie at? Bowie still coming out of the pits. Oh, disastrous for Bowie and his crew. And it looks like who's in front of who's in front of Bobby now, or Bowie. Let's take a look here, ladies and gentlemen. We have Felecki in second place. Disco now. Where's Disco? I'm trying to keep a track of all of this. Sorry for all the movement. Disco now in first place, coming into turn 6, ladies and gentlemen. Wow, what an eventful finishing lap here. We got Felecki in second place. Where's Felecki at? Felecki is coming now out of turn 7. And we have Bowie now 3 seconds behind him. You see Bowie coming into the picture about right now in that red and yellow car there. And then behind him we have, we're not sure who's in that blue and silver. That's Ubar in the blue and silver, if I believe right. Yeah, so Ubar must have made a late pit stop. Right along with Disco, ladies and gentlemen. Disco McDisco Face coming out of turn 9. Is entering turn 10. Disco McDisco Face by great pit strategy, flashing his lights and clapping his hands in the car. He's got his hand out the window, waving his national flag. Super proud of this race tonight. Here he comes, ladies and gentlemen. There at the end was a smart driver, rode a smart race, made an amazing move in turn 4. It came out of turn 5. Great race by Disco McDisco Face. What a fantastic finish here. Felecki coming in second, gave it all he got. Still there at the end. Bowie, unfortunate at the end, had to go in to get a splash of fuel. That's unfortunate for him. Had the race in the palm of his hand. He's got to be disappointed with his pit crew. Bobby Dazzler, great racing by him tonight. Coming across the line, 4th place. Albie, our Australian, currently living in the UK, coming in 5th place. Great showcase by him tonight. We've seen Richie run out of fuel. That's unfortunate for him, man. That really sucks because I think it would have been a great finish. Tro now, where's Tro finishing at? Tro coming into turn 6 right now. Old Smokey in behind him. Or not turn 6, turn 10, coming out of turn 10. These guys finishing up the back of the pack here. Old Smokey looks like he's having a rough night at it here. We'd like to thank him for being on board tonight, spending his time with us here at the Rubbings Racing community. Like I said, guys, if you want to get involved, www.rubbingsracing.co.uk. We see somebody spinning there. Not sure who that is. The race is finishing up here. We got a finish. Yeah, looks like Old Smokey's going to take it away from Tro. Looks like Tro out of fuel. Maybe he can get a friendly bump from somebody coming up over the hill if he can't get across the line. Tro, is he going to make it? Is he going to make it? Oh, he's going to lose the position. Wow, yes, he does make it. Not sure why that was necessary, but yes, he does get across the line here, ladies and gentlemen, and that rounds him out. We got Dark Ninja coming in last place. So huge congratulations to Disco McDisco Face as you watched it unwind here in the final 2 laps of this race. Wasn't keeping an eye on track of the fuel. I thought the drivers had it sorted out. Bowie with the next to the last pit stop, costing him the race. Still coming across 3rd place though. Still great racing by these guys in the top races. They're coming across their laps here. Filecki currently second place, coming across the line. Same thing with him. He was there racing with these guys side by side, coming across second due to fuel strategy. So a lot of guys bummed out here tonight. Bowie coming across third place. Bobby Dazzler doing a great job coming in fourth. Aussie Albie in his debut here at Thursday Night Lights coming in fifth place. Great job by him. Old Smoky coming in sixth. Tro coming in seventh. Our Flying Dutchman coming in eighth place. Tuggy Bear in ninth. Richie 95 running out of fuel with about 3 laps to go. Disastrous night for him and his crew. I'm sure he will wrap it up and get it back together next week. Great to have him on board. Thank you, Richie, for joining in. Coming in 10th and 11th place, we have Jag coming in, Dark Ninja coming in, and DJ Phil retired. I thought he was in the race, but he retired. Thank you, everybody, for tuning in. This is our Thursday Night Light series here, and we want to thank you, everybody, for supporting us and giving us the likes up. Thank you for spreading the word. If you like what you see, ladies and gentlemen, you can join us at www.rubbingsracing.co.uk. For everybody here at Rubbings Racing, I am Kenbo76. Thank you for tuning in. God bless and good night.